Welcome to Around the Board, a show where four board game enthusiasts discuss board game topics and news. Today is episode 63, recorded on Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. And what will we be doing on the show today? Well, we're going to have another one of our cooperative top 10 lists. This time the topic is games from our shelf of shame, or shelf of opportunity if you're one of those silly glass half full people. So without further ado, here are your hosts, Daniel Connors, John Theismann, Kelly McLaughlin, and me, Andy Barnett. Join us around the board, won't you? Hey, guys.
Hey, Andy. Good job doing the intro.
Well, thank you. It only took about 8 times.
First take that anyone knows of.
That's right. Exactly. What have you guys been up to?
Well, I've been up to rearranging my shelf because there's been an item on my shelf recently that's been in the frame that needs a little bit more appreciation. I don't know if the viewers out there have been able to see it or not, but a friend of ours, Miss Laura Evans, is a crafty individual, and she has crafted me, because I have it, this really cool book with our logo on it.
Wow.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Woo!
That's pretty sweet.
And the video
That is
probably
cool.
doesn't do it justice. It's
probably
actually
doesn't.
all folded paper. So it's not colored.
Yes.
It looks like somebody may have taken a marker. It's like, no, she took
Yeah.
little pieces of construction paper and cut away the actual book
Mhm.
and then replaced it with pieces of construction paper. So
And the
it is quite the feat.
And what makes that so cool
Wow.
is it stays like in this semi-open position.
Yeah.
Because of the inserts that she puts in there. They, butt up against each other. I don't know if she has a program or something that shows you exactly what to cut and what to put on there for whatever I don't know, but it's time consuming and done by hand and looks really cool.
And
so
for the
we
low,
just
low
wanted to-
price of $19.99, you too
Yeah,
can order
good
one
luck.
of... I am.
And it's in Stephen King Bag of Bones is the book. Never
Yes.
read that one.
Oh.
Oh, you should read it while we record.
Next time while Andy's struggling with the intro, I'll start popping that bad boy.
Absolutely. There's plenty of time. So.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's very talented. Thank you so much, Laura, for that gift.
Yes.
We were fighting over who should actually keep it. I wanted it, but John took it. So,
Yes. So that pretty much settled it.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
I knew I wasn't going to get it because I've had stuff in the past that I was supposed to bring back and I never do.
Yeah,
So-
we have giant meeples for our FBC GameCon, and they only exist for FBC GameCon. And Andy forgot to bring his green meeple 2 years in a row. So that's
So they took it away from me.
yes, and you will never.
Meeple privileges revoked.
Hey, and if you live 2
Yeah.
minutes away from the church like I did, it wouldn't be a big deal. But you live 45 minutes, so it wasn't as simple
Yeah.
as
Eh,
going to get it.
it's a simple Sunday drive.
That's what you keep saying, but we don't believe you. All
Hmm.
right. Well, guys, I know one of my favorite things to do on this show is our top 10 lists. And
Yes.
this one is an interesting one because John has a spin on this that I disagree with. Andy only
Okay.
Andy only agrees with it if it's his games that make the top 10 lists. And
So that's going to be a problem.
and let's just be
And Daniel.
whatever. I
Yeah.
play other people's games. You can't prove it.
Rarely.
Someone's
Let me
butthurt.
pull out my BGG stats.
All right.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Why do I have a feeling today's going to be a car crash?
Whatever. This can be
It will
great.
not be, I assure you.
All right, well, let's jump back on the train.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, it's a car crash.
I
It's
just want an
official.
excuse to play sound effects. I just wanted to,
No way, really?
yeah.
All right,
All right,
explain.
so let's get into what we're really doing here. So if you've watched any of our top 10s before, our cooperative top 10s, we each have veto power over the others, and the list is a topic of some sort. It was what games would you want to play on a desert island? What games would you play with Taylor Swift, etc. These are all kind of fantasy situations, whereas this one is reality. This is what are the top 10 games on a shelf of shame that need to be played. We all have games on our shelf of shame. We're going to nominate them for this list. The catch is it makes the top 10 list. We get together, we need to play it. It's not an option. If it's presented, and we need to play it.
I say we live stream us playing all 10 games back to back to back to back to back to back to back.
Yeah,
No
we
one
could.
has that patience to watch you, Andy, take
Exactly.
a 15-minute turn.
That's why it's a live stream. You can tune in and tune out anytime you want. We could do it for what is it? Extra life.
The cool thing about it is Daniel likes to say sometimes we're Christian adjacent. And there was a verse in the Bible that inspired this whole thing.
Oh,
And,
really?
Yes. And I think it goes something like this. Whenever two or more are gathered together with my game, it will be played there in the midst of them. So
Wow.
whenever two or more of us are
Sacrilege.
gathered together, we must play one of these games.
As the good book says.
As the That's right. It's the word
Blasphemer!
Actually,
the word
Ah,
of God.
I thought you
So
were going
there
to
we
go
go.
the direction of what my wife always quotes me. So there's a
that?
parable about the rich man who stores all of his grain in the grain, shed, and then he like
Yeah.
dies the next day, but he keeps making bigger and bigger grain envelope, grain houses or whatever they're called. And she just keeps every time she comes down.
storehouse.
Yeah, storehouse. There you go. So she keeps coming down to my basement, and she just looks around and goes, "You got to build bigger storehouses." And then she just walks out, and I'm like,
That's pretty good.
I'll play them eventually.
I thought this was going to be a reference to Chris, whose basement got flooded and not building his board game collection on a solid foundation.
Oh, that is a good reference. That would be good.
Yeah.
But in any event, if you're not familiar with our top tens, we're going to go around the board. Everybody's going to nominate a game on their shelf of shame. The rest of us will vote on it, whether we approve of that game and it makes it on the list, or whether we veto that game and it is gone. But we each only have 2 vetoes. We can't table talk and say who's going to veto what. So
Wait, only
sometimes
2?
people
Only
burn
2?
vetoes at the same time, and then there you go. Then you got less vetoes for the rest of the game. So it's
I
kind
was
of
guaranteed 4 vetoes this
You were
time.
guaranteed 4. Well, I'm sorry.
And you guys might know this, but Andy will probably debate the rules halfway through the game because he's never played this game before. So he has no idea what to actually do. So he's going to ask for at least 3 rules clarifications during this
Yes.
game.
So I'm notorious. I'm sure we've mentioned this on the show, but I am notorious. And I've even caught myself doing it. I realize I do it now. I will get towards the end of a game and I will be competing for the lead or maybe just a little behind. And I will try and come up with a new rule that will let me make my move. And I'll base it on other games. Like, well, can't you do this? Like in this? And people are like, no, you know this game. You played this game. It's not like this. It's like this.
But it's the final round. Doesn't that change everything?
Final
No, it
round.
doesn't.
All right. Well, enough of that. Let's get started. Randy, let us know who is going to start once again.
Lily will go first.
Because that's where Chris usually sits.
That's true.
The big chair to fill.
Did you just call Chris
All right, Kelly.
fat?
No, not at all.
Ooh.
I think you did.
That big personality. He's got some of
Oh.
my most favorite lines of this show.
That's true. She has said that many times.
baby.
I'm a bit of a Chris fan.
All right. We are all Chris fans, and we miss Chris. Maybe he'll come back someday.
I don't miss him on this episode because before Kelly gets
We don't
going
have to
here,
deal with 18XX games.
that's exactly it. I'm like, I got to save all my vetoes because he's going to pull out that 18XX crap. But really, I'm trying to decide. I think Andy is the one I'm worried the most about because Kelly's
thank
going to have new hotness games, I'm pretty sure. Daniel
Ooh.
is hit or miss. He's going to have a lot of newer games, though. Andy, I have no clue. He's going to have the Chris stuff that I'm not going to like, I think. So
Mhm.
we'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, Kelly, start us off. What would you like to add to our top 10 list of the games that we will play together
Yes, on the Shelf of Shame.
from your shelf of shame?
Well, John, you're going to be disappointed.
Ah.
18XX. Here we go.
But this first one, I might actually get my nemesis, Daniel, on board with.
Mm.
So,
Honorable
my
mention.
first submission is one that I've literally had for so long, and it's one I've really wanted to play, but I just can't seem to get it off the shelf. And that is City of Iron, which is a Red Raven game. It's got everything. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, beautiful artwork. I have the second edition. Essentially, it's just like you lead a unique nation. You're vying for dominance through exploration, industry, airship-powered expansions. You just build your economy. It's got a clever deck building system. And come on, man, it's machines, magic, and bottling demons. Who wouldn't want to play that?
Who wouldn't want to play that? That's on my shelf as well. So I'm probably
Is it on
not
your shelf
gonna
of shame?
veto it. Yes, it's on my shelf of shame. Actually, it's funny. One of our longtime listeners, I'm drawing a blank on the name. I'm sorry. He mentioned, he's like, when are we going to review these Red Raven games that you're always sitting in front of? This is the funny thing,
Coming
guys.
soon.
I have bought each of these games when they have been brand new. I have not played a single one of them. I've played no Red
God.
Raven.
You did play Rome and then sold it to me.
And I did play Creature Caravan, and this one I kept. I did like this one, but that's
Do you have Islebound?
I did not. You have it though, and that was a good one. Or you
It's a
had
good
it.
one.
Do you still have it?
Nah, I traded it.
No.
It was good, but not good enough apparently.
Mm.
All right. Well,
I've met Ryan Lockett before. Nice guy, talented artist.
very
Name
much.
drop.
We go way back. To
City
Gen
of
Con.
Iron second edition does look appreciably better than the first one. So
It's gorgeous.
I was just looking up both of them, what they look like before I could make a decision. It's a 2-hour play, which isn't hideous.
Yeah, but if it says 2 hours, it's going to be 4 hours.
Well, it might just be the three of us playing.
What?
Yeah,
I'll play this
Andy,
one.
you've been nixed.
It's fine.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not invited. I said.
Okay, well, let's
Very good.
get this out,
Very
guys.
good.
Are we going to approve this one, or is Kelly going
Let's
to
see.
experience reverse veto? I have mine ready,
Ready,
set.
set,
Right.
reveal.
Approve. I already told you guys. There we
That's really
go.
good.
City of Iron is on the
Yay,
list.
Kelly.
All I do is win, win, win.
That might actually be the best first pick we've ever had. Because usually it's Chris who makes the first pick, and it's horrible. So,
It's true.
Starting out strong, gonna
Chris
really
getting
get
trashed
at
in
the
his
end.
absence.
oh, he deserves it. Okay.
I wasn't sure. I thought about vetoing this one, but I thought no, there's going to be much worse.
There's gonna be
Yeah,
much
I
better
did too. As soon as I
vetoes.
heard of it, I'm like, nah, that's right. I've heard of this game, but yeah, it looks playable.
You'll like it, John. I'm sure of it.
I wonder if our top 10 trend will stay true, and that is me vetoing Andy's very first game.
Oh, here we go. Is this going to be the back-to-back vetoes here by you guys?
That's
like
right.
it usually happens. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
All right. Well, this is a worker placement game that is
Like it already.
highly
Yeah.
regarded. It's got a 7.7 on BGG. Our good friend Father Kent O'Connor likes this game. He was raving about this game years ago, I think,
Okay.
and I never got it played, even though I got a
I'm
copy.
listening.
It is the game Russian Railroads,
Okay.
which coincidentally, just like City of Iron, is from 2013.
There you go. Have you had it?
Aha!
Have you had it since 2013, like my copy?
No, I have not. I probably only had it 3 years, but it is on the shelf of shame, and I would like to get it played. I know it's been re-implemented too, right?
Yeah, Ultimate Railroads. That's why I almost want to veto. You got to have the latest, bestest with everything included. That
Hmm.
might sway my decision here.
Mm.
And you can also play this one on Board Game Arena, which I recently upped my membership on. So, I mean, this one might.
Does that
Hashtag
count
not a
as-
sponsor.
That doesn't count as getting it off your shelf of shame, though.
I don't know about
It's true.
that.
It doesn't count. It doesn't
No,
count.
it does
Daniel,
not.
I believe John asked this question. You said it had to be the physical copy that you own.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
True.
Quoted.
True that. True that.
All right. Well, I've played a lot of
Do that,
Russian
do that.
Railroads. Not a lot, but I've played enough. I would definitely play this with you, but should it be on a top 10 list of games? I feel like it's just so common. Like, do we really want a game on here that we've all played 1,000 times, except for Andy?
I've never played it.
Yeah.
I've never played it.
New to you.
There you go. There's two. That's 50% of us. That's not that common, Daniel.
Okay. Well, me and Kelly are very common, so there you go. All right. Let's.
Hey,
Don't even know what that means. Okay. What do we got? I'm gonna approve it.
yeah.
Wow,
Ooh!
John, no.
Wow.
That is just
already-
vindictive.
No,
You don't like that game, John?
It does not appeal to me. Just no thanks.
What? You just don't like Russians?
It's maybe that's part of it. Okay, do you have to go there?
You're an anti-Rusky.
Duh.
Wow.
No, I think we can do better. I think, like Daniel said, we can do better on this list.
I'm glad I convinced you, John, because I didn't want to waste my
Yeah.
veto.
There you go. I'm
Yeah,
glad you didn't.
I'm good with that, actually.
That was a worker placement with tech trees and order claim.
You
It's all
should have had the new version, then
Yeah,
you
the
would have
new
got
version,
two
I'd
of
have been
us.
tempted. That's what got me on City of Iron. It's the new one. I'm like, oh, it looks way better than the old one. So yeah.
So if he had Ultimate Railroads on his shelf, then you would have, because it has to be on our
I
shelf.
might have
That's the
held my
thing.
veto in abeyance. Yes.
I
Ah,
call
Yeah.
foul. I've called vindictive foul, but whatever.
vindictive. You haven't done anything to him. I think you're.
Oh, I've done plenty of things over the years.
He ain't lying.
All right, guys. Well, I am excited to talk about my first game. This has to be the oldest game on my shelf. It's probably the
Oh
one I've had
gosh.
on the shelf the longest as well. And
Un-
they
It's Munchkin Indiana Jones.
well, I
Oh,
played
sorry.
that, so that can't be on my shelf of shame. No,
There really is a Munchkin Indiana Jones?
not there might be. I haven't actually played that. There might be though. There's definitely a parody of it in one of the cards at the very least. But this is not Munchkin. This is better than Munchkin. This is a game that
Really
takes
hope so.
this takes the old school Galaga, like from an Atari game, and brings it to the board game. And this is called The Battle at Kimball's Cascade. This game is really cool because you are controlling little spaceships that are on these tiles, and the tiles stack they lay on the table like 5 high, and you have these inserts that you will like put like as the game progresses, what happens is the enemies start moving down closer towards you. So you put an empty thing at the top, and you slide in a new little a new piece of cardboard that expands the game, and then you remove the bottom one. So you're always being pushed up to the enemies that are coming down, just like Galaga. Am I using the right one? Is it Galaga or is it Space Invaders? Maybe Space Invaders. And then at some point
Space
there's
Invaders.
a boss there,
Space
and
Invaders.
it's also like a resource management game because you have bullets and energy, and you're trying to gather those and collect them and utilize them to destroy the fleets of enemies that are coming down towards you. And it is competitive. It's not cooperative. So,
But it
yeah.
is team-based.
No, it's not team based. You're just fighting the same stuff, but you can definitely kill somebody. So, yeah.
Well, it says team-based on BGG.
Does it?
You found it on BGG? I couldn't even
did.
find it.
Yeah, it's spelled really weird.
Yeah.
Ah,
And it's
that's why.
not even a 7. It's not even a 7.
So how did Daniel find it?
I know
randomly.
games. What can I say? And I've had this one on my shelf. My mom got it for Christmas one year, and I just never got it played.
Kimball's Cascade.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think?
I think I wish I had my veto back.
By Andy and my face, I think we've given it away already.
It's very unique.
All right.
Now, remember, if you guys both veto it, you both lose your vetoes. Just saying. So let's see them. John, what do you got? Because you're going to prove it.
Okay,
Because you're not going to
nobody
use your second
listen.
veto.
Andy.
I think there should be a way to get your vetoes back.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that later. Hey,
Yes.
that was
That'll
supposed
be
to
the golden
Andy's
edition.
job to debate the rules during the thing. All right, what do you got, John? I want to see it. Tell me it's approved. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Kelly,
Reluctant.
Andy at the same time. 3, 2, 1, show them.
Danny, it's a veto.
Oh, I thought I was going to take both
Sorry,
of them.
Danny.
I just knew it.
I know I got
Good
this to you for
job.
Christmas, but we're not going to put it on the list.
Oh, thank you, Andy.
No, you guys are
That
lame.
sounded terrible, that game.
This is seriously, it's a moving board. The board keeps dropping down as you are flying upwards. It's innovative. Nothing. Okay, whatever. Move on.
So I know the audience could see that and everything, but I'm very visual and I had to just listen to it, and it just kind of was sound like a snooze fest.
All right. Well, you sound like a snooze fest. John, what do you got?
Oh. All right. First one on my list that I'm going to put out there is one that I was introduced to at Gen Con in 2019 when I went with young Andrew there to Gen Con. And it was a game that was on my list that I saw when I went out there. I was like, I want to see this game. They weren't selling it yet. It was a first-time demo or something of it. And the demo was terrible. The guy doing the demo was obviously just a hired hand or something. And but the game is High Rise.
Watch it was like the
And-
creator of the game or something.
No, it was not. There's no way it was. He was like 21 or something. But
Oh, yeah, because 21-year-olds can't create things.
they
Okay.
can't. So the game is High Rise, and High Rise is this really cool game that it takes place in the city where you're building these skyscrapers, and they're just huge. Like you're getting resources to build them, and you're trying to have the highest one in each section because that gives you more influence and more opportunities. And it's really cool because it has that ratchet system of movement where if you're in last place, you can take as many actions as you can until you pass somebody up on the board. And so it's like, do I want to go for that really cool action before anybody gets to it, but then just wait, for people to catch up to me and watch all the cool stuff they're doing? Or do I want to just hang back, bide my time, take these things, but then they might be building up these skyscrapers ahead of you. All these cool decisions to make. And every time I read the rules, I salivate and I'm like, I got to get this hand to the table. And I even bought like a copy that has a really cool tray with it where it's like, here's your stuff, your stuff, your stuff. It holds all the little buildings in there, real nice and everything. And so yeah, it's got to get played, and it looks amazing, and doesn't play real long, and just has some really cool decisions to make, and really awesome looking game.
Doesn't play long at all. 150 minutes, according to BGG.
See there, not very long.
Wouldn't Skyrise
High Rise.
take this one out?
Skyrise. I mean,
it's
I'm sorry.
Skyrise? It's
High Rise. High Rise, not Skyrise.
I think you're
No,
high.
I'm saying, doesn't Skyrise sound better than this one? And it's so much schmancier.
Skyrise is much better, I'm sure. No, I can't say it. I haven't played High Rise. Can't say it.
Exactly.
So this list is going to be just us making fun of games we've never played before. I get it.
That's bad. That's terrible.
Apparently.
That's terrible. We're making fun of games we haven't played. Yeah.
Yeah,
We have a lot of clout.
right, because we know it when we see it, hear it.
We have a
John,
certain gravitas.
At the very beginning of this, you
Yes.
said that you were going to veto Andy's probably because he was going to take the place of Chris. I feel
Chris,
like
yeah.
you are going to be my bane in this one. And not that anything you said was
Wow.
bad, and I'm actually okay with this game, but I think it's just your games are so simple. Like I want complexity. I want something to sink my teeth into. A Shelf of Shame game that we have to play should be something that's like hard to get out, not just this like 2-page rule
Well,
book. I'm sure that's what this is.
Listen, I don't
Oh,
want to
no,
listen.
it's not that bad.
I don't want to defend John, but I'm going to.
Thank you.
The weight of this game is a 3.0 out of 5. So it's
There you go.
obviously got some
Right in the
depth to it.
wheelhouse.
All right. Well, what do we think, guys?
I guess
Let's
it's not
vote.
as short as I said.
You're as short as you say. All right.
I am at least as short.
There we
Approve,
go.
approve.
Not
I can see what Daniel says.
Offensive enough.
High Rise is on the list at number 2.
There we go. Nice.
And then once I play it, I will officially talk about it versus Skyrise.
Okay. We'll do a side-by-side comparison because they're
Yeah.
so similar.
Problem was it wasn't offensive enough.
I mean, buildings, man.
We should do a board game mashup called Sky High.
That is a
Good.
great.
Ooh, it could be about a
superhero
high
movie.
school, in the clouds.
That's-
Sky High.
It's actually a movie. Have you not know that? It's a Disney movie from the early 2000s. It's about a superhero school. It's actually really good superhero movie. Highly recommend it. Sky
I would-
High.
I would not have known
What?
that.
You know a superhero movie, Daniel?
I know. It's hard to believe.
Shocking.
Amazing.
All right. Well, let's keep this moving. Kelly.
Kelly, what you got?
Man, we already went back around again,
Yep.
did we?
Let's have some new hotness.
Well, if it's weight you're looking for, I got one for you. Let's play Marrakesh. It's got some spicy market drama. So it's basically a strategy game where we vie for influence in the bustling Moroccan market. So we draft dice to manage resources, build shops, gain the favor of powerful guilds. Supposedly, it's got to have some smart timing. It's got some area control, one of my top favorite mechanics. And the key is to compete for prestige.
And who's the designer?
Wow.
That's important.
That's a Stefan Feld game, is it not?
Yeah, maybe I'd have to look.
It is. It's a Stefan Feld game.
It's a Feld. That's a Feld. Which,
All right.
I hate to be one of those guys, but I'm like, oh yeah. That's
You
a classic.
love Stefan Feld.
No, that's what I'm getting ready to say. Is that if it's got Feld on it, it's probably good.
Yeah,
I will
and I don't
say-
know. Wait, who's
Marrakesh is one of the most, his. I can't speak today. It's divisive. It's a divisive game of his. It was an early game, I believe, and I think it was popular, but it hasn't aged very well. So what I'm trying to say is, John,
It's
if you video
reprinted.
it,
Just like John.
what did it get
reprinted?
reprinted?
And a 3.4 out of 5. So we've upped.
How do you spell Marrakesh?
I don't
That's
know.
what I'm wondering.
But let's vote on this. I'm gonna prove it. I mean, it is a failed. It's a thick game that I'm looking for. There we go.
2 for
That's-
2,
Go.
guys. Yeah, we're playing my games this time.
Just like Chris, she's getting everything approved.
Yep.
Because
Well,
I'm excellent at picking.
yeah.
I just can't believe I can't figure out how to spell this game. I'm looking for it and I can't.
I know. I can't give up.
I
Here,
keep
let me
looking
help
on
you, Andy.
BGG.
MARRA.
Oh, there's
2
two
R's.
R.
There it is. Marrakesh.
That wasn't one of your spelling
not
bee
to-
words when you were a kid?
Apparently not.
Apparently
And
not.
let me tell you, that sucker sucked to punch. There's so much to punch. It was ridiculous.
That's a failed. All right, Andy,
Mhm.
you're next. Do you have the number 4 game, or is it going to be a sweet, sweet veto?
Uh, I never know with you people. So I feel like we've gone heavy Euro already, which is fine. I like my heavy Euros, but we have to get through these top 10 games, okay? We got to get through this. If we're going to really do this, we got to get through this list. So I'm going to put one on here that I don't think is super complex, but it's one that I've wanted to play for a while. It's a mechanic in a game that I haven't really played too much of, so I want to try it out again, and that would be Hunt for the Ring. Hunt for the Ring. It's got a hidden mechanic element to it from 2017, and I know there's a glut of Lord of the Rings games, but I'm a glut of a Lord of the Rings fan, so I want to try this one out. It looks interesting. 2 to 5 players. What else can I say? One versus many. Yeah. Okay. Variable player powers.
Yep,
hidden
secret movement.
316 for your lightweight game.
Hey, and what's really cool about this game is you can play war.
And
You play
180
this
minutes.
game, and then once you're done with this game, you're supposed to play War of the Ring. It's supposed to like lead directly into that. You don't have to, of
Oh, is it
course.
really?
And Hunt for the Ring came out much, much later, but apparently there's something in there that actually will affect your War of the Ring game. So an extra bonus. So
not
once
know
we're
that.
done with this, we can also play War of the Ring. So
No way.
Andy, I know how this one got on
Ugh.
your shelf. I gave you
Yeah,
this
you
game.
gave it to me.
That's right.
You did.
Oh,
God
did you
bless
play
you.
it, Daniel?
No,
Well,
of course not.
No, it was still in shrink, and it's still in shrink.
Yeah.
I don't know, John. I don't think we can count on Daniel to veto this one if he gave it to Andy. It's up to you or me.
I'm always
Why do
up
you-
for new
why do you have
games.
to-
This is going to be a hard list for me to veto.
You guys are mean.
Well,
I
yeah.
don't know. It just doesn't sound fun.
Well, spoiler, I'm letting it through. It's definitely approved by me.
Oh,
I want to play
wow,
Hunt
that
for
is
the
a
Ring.
spoiler.
I feel like I gotta save both my vetoes for Daniel's picks.
No, you're going to like my next one. All right, what do you got? Is John going to run out of vetoes
Ready?
right here?
Approve or go ahead and do it. Yeah, veto.
Oh, come on, John.
Thank
John!
you.
A 3-hour game about Lord of the Stinking Rings. Sorry, I couldn't even make it through the movie. I'm not gonna make it through the game.
Are you a Lord of the
No
Rings
way.
hater?
You're just awful.
I made it through half of the first one. I was like, that's only half. No way. I ain't watching the rest of this. This is
Wow,
garbage.
John.
You know
Nobody
me in
got time for
fantasy
that.
though. I don't like fantasy stuff. It's like
That's
whatever.
it. Just for that, you get no more vetoes. You're
Okay.
out. You're
Okay.
out of here.
Dang it.
My fantasy is
Oh
that
yeah,
John.
you are out.
My fantasy is that John's off the show,
Oh,
or at least out of vetoes,
that's
which is.
rude.
I know.
Veto.
So just to clarify, John,
I'm
you were out of
approved.
vetoes, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I
you
can
take
veto
one
what
for the
Andy
team.
says though. If Andy says something, I can veto it.
I can't believe you vetoed that one.
Are you kidding me?
And to be fair, I did think it was a much easier game than it is. I guess it does have a 3.16 weight and
Yeah.
90 to 180 minutes.
And
which
John
is longer than I
hates
thought, actually.
fantasy. That's something you may not know about John. He
Yeah.
hates the fantasy
Right.
genre. Like loathes
That's
it.
true.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
That's so weird, man.
I know.
There's not room for that in our hobby.
There's not room for that. in the hobby.
You and I could use all our vetoes just to keep Andy's games off this top 10.
I do like this.
Whoa.
Wouldn't that be something
do
fun?
like
This is
this.
table talk.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but we'll see. We'll see on how this next one goes if I'm going to do that or not. So, Andy, this your
Okay.
fate is in your hands. All right. So this game is a game that retails for I think over $100, and from all accounts, it's a really good game, but not worth the money. So you might be like, "How did I get this?" It's not because I like backed it on Kickstarter and was an early adopter. It was because I got it from our friends at Mission Board Games at one of their incredible sales, and I bought it for
Oh.
$20. But at $20, this game is fantastic, and that is Dice Realms. This is essentially Dice Forge meets Dominion. This is Dominion and dice format. So you're actually building the dice. So if you haven't played one of these before, you get a handful of dice. I'm not sure how many because I haven't played it yet. And all of the sides are customizable. And you can pop off the sides and put on new ones. And then you roll the dice and you generate resources and you generate victory points based on those customized dice. And then you get to keep buying new sides that improve that dice, and you can kind of make one that's like all money or one that's all victory points. You can kind of mix and match them. But this game looks fantastic from all accounts. It's a great game. It's just a hefty price tag. But you know what? This is not a game about things you should buy. This is about games that we should play. And Dice, what is it called? Dice Realms is one we need to play.
You know,
Oh,
I've already
Daniel.
got a game like this on my shelf. It's called Rattlebones, and it's great. So I'm not going to do this one. Come on, this is now.
No, Rattlebones
Oh, Andy, you're so wrong.
is roll and move, dude. This is a deck building game. It has
It's customizable dice, just like that. It's just you customize the dice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-doo.
So I own this game as well. I
Ooh.
did not get as good of a deal as I think Daniel did.
No
Now,
one did.
I have already played it. And I will tell you, it is dice manipulation on steroids. We just played one game and barely tapped into all the possibilities. And as soon as we got done playing it, I wanted to play it again. It's fantastic.
nice.
So this one will be an easy one for me.
All right. John, I'm just curious. Would you have vetoed this one or would you have approved it?
I probably would have been a reluctant approve. I do like Dice Throne, and I actually enjoyed Rattlebones, though. I mean, as just a throwaway game.
Yeah.
But
Dice
it sounds
Forge.
intriguing.
Dice
It's one of those
Forge,
ones
not
I would
Dice
never
Throne.
buy, but it sounds intriguing.
All right.
Yeah, dice
Well,
Forge.
it's all on you, Andy. You gonna let this one go through? This is like one of my best
Not
ones.
going to waste
dude.
my veto.
I was gonna
Nice.
say-
Ooh.
Nice.
Not going to waste
You'll
my
like
veto.
it, Andy. You'll love it. Watch it. You're going to love it.
Better be better than Rattlebones.
That's my first one on the list. All right.
Woo!
My marker.
All
How
right.
does it feel to be a winner, Daniel? Join the winner's circle.
Hey, if I get more than 2 on this list, then I will be a winner, which John vetoed 2 of Andy, so my odds are really high right now. I'm feeling good about this.
It's looking good.
All right, John.
And what do we got so far? What are all the games? Can
So
you
far, we've
recap?
got City of Iron at number 1, High Rise at 2, Marrakesh, spelling optional, at 3, and then Dice Forge at 4.
And
Dice Realms.
It's not a bad list.
Dice Realms.
Dice Realms, my bad.
All right,
Not Dice Forge.
So- John,
Dice
let's see
Realms.
if you can get game number 5 on this list.
Let's see if I can. One of you has already repeatedly said they would play this game with me. So
Must not be me.
Not
wow,
me.
it's one of you two.
Ooh.
This is a game I bought when it was the new hotness back in 2021.
Ooh.
And I had a gift card burning a hole in my pocket, and I went and ordered, what did I order with it? 10 Penny Parks and this game. They're both from Thunderworks Games.
Okay.
And this game looks really cool, and I've gone over the rules several times, just kind of splayed it out. Oh, man, am I the only one that does that with games I haven't played? Apparently. Andy has all his in Shrink. Daniel has his in Shrink. I break them out, and I pour over them every once in a while. Why don't I get this game played? And then it just sits there again.
Today, Junior.
But, okay. I don't know what
Ooh,
that
I
is.
think I know what this is.
What game is
But
this?
This game is based in northeastern United States. It's like a historical little real estate game called Cape May, where you're traveling around through Cape May. You're buying houses, you're building shops. The shops will generate you money to hopefully buy houses in prime real estate areas and then getting them made into a historical landmark as time goes on. And there's different things. There's different historical things that happen in Cape May. There could be a fire, and then you can't build in this part anymore, which is historical. That happened there. It's one of those things that happens. And so it just looks really cool. And it has really cool little buildings, of course, because I like little buildings and stuff in my games. And when you make a landmark, it has this really cool base you put it on. It's like, whoa, he's got a landmark. Look out. So if you have a landmark in prime real estate right on the beach or something, look out. That's gonna be pretty awesome. But it looks really cool. So, and it's got a rondelle type thing at the top, and so that should get Daniel
Rondelle.
interested.
So far,
And,
John,
yeah,
you
so-
have not disappointed. I mean, these are definitely the games I
Well,
expected
thank
to be
you.
on your list.
Yeah, I'm shocked too, John.
Oh, and it was Kelly that said that she would play this game several times.
I was going to say, since you got this game, you kept bringing it to game night going and looking at it wistfully. I need to play this. And for literally almost 4 years, I'm like, come on, let's play
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
All right.
Now it's going to
I
happen.
think
It might.
Andy's
see.
writing a novel over there. And he only has one veto left. Is he going to use it on this?
And he just wants to veto.
Nice.
Oh,
yes.
Veto out of spite.
Oh, dude.
Wow.
You know what I love about that,
Talk
Andy?
about the audience screaming at you.
No.
What's that,
Man.
Daniel?
I was legitimately going to
Terrible
veto
choice.
this, but I was like, you know what? Andy's going to do it. I knew he was going to do it. I approved it. And thank you, Andy, for not
Good.
having
I'm
to
glad
waste-
we didn't waste one of your vetoes.
I appreciate
See,
it.
Daniel, we're on the same
John.
page today. We're going to work together here.
That's right.
Continue.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Andy puts the D in vindictive. So
Oh.
Well, I love
Don't
this.
worry, John. We're gonna play it.
You know what this means, though, Kelly?
yeah, but it won't count on the list.
You know what this means?
No.
Co-op games
What's it mean?
are on the table.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Ooh,
Who's got vetoes?
Andy's
Kelly,
out.
Kelly's got her.
Only those two.
Andy is
Kelly's
out.
got both her
and
vetoes.
John is out.
Hey, Andy. I have a co-op on my list.
Oh no!
Well, let's hear what that could be. You don't have to pick it, but it would be pretty funny if you did.
God.
I mean, should I let it build? Actually, you know what? I think I took it off my list, so you're lucky, Andy. But let's go ahead and throw a little wrench into things.
That's
So-
an interesting game. Little Wrench?
No.
It's not on
Fruit.
BGG.
No.
2
Can you
R's.
spell it? All right, so this one, actually, its predecessor is one of my favorite deck builders. So it was an auto back when they came out with its own standalone, but could be played with the original. And that would be Heart of Crown Fairy Garden. It's politics meets a magical mayhem. So in it's like a fast-paced deck building game, you have to back a princess to claim the imperial throne. So you're building your economy, you're expanding your territory, you got to outmaneuver your rival princesses and get your coronation and the chosen heir. And it's just, one of my favorite deck builders. I know men are like, oh, it's princesses, meh, meh, meh. My husband plays this with me, and he thinks it's great, and he loves deck builders.
Hold on. If you've played it, how's it on your shelf of shame?
Because I'm saying, no, shh.
Oh,
No.
Original. No, you're
No.
not listening. You're not listening.
You're right.
The original is what I played. This is its standalone, which I've not got to play, where they have a whole new things. So I've not got to play this one. It's one I've been wanting to get off my shelf of shame.
So I've got to ask our audience a question here because maybe they will be I know they will be more well versed in this than me. I was actually a voice in a game that I think might have been in this same universe called War of Crown.
No.
It was a mobile game, and the art looks very. I mean, it looks like anime, but it looks similar art. I wonder if it's in the same world or not.
This whole
Tell me
anime looks
if you
the
know.
same to you. All right.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Did I just admit that? Oh,
All right. Well, since I'm the only one that
I do want to
matters-
say that I think
It's not true.
Kelly,
There's good anime and bad anime. Good anime is like the Ghibli stuff.
The Ghibli.
Yep, you're fair, but
And
let
Speed
John
Racer is a
talk
good
about board
anime.
games.
Fine.
Yeah,
yeah,
go ahead,
thank you.
John.
I think Kelly got the wrong idea. This is not the Taylor Swift episode. So
Yeah, you have to
This
play
is,
with us, Kelly. With us. Do you think I would
this isn't
like?
games you'd play with Taylor Swift.
So don't hate just because it's a princess theme. It's solid. I'm telling you.
I'm not gonna
And Daniel,
hate.
you like
No,
deck builders.
listen to this. Listen to this. So once upon a time, Kelly got to pick one of our brackets for our March Madness, a board game, and this was her #1 game. Do you know how many votes this game got? This is a record of receiving the lowest amount of votes, and the vote it got was Kelly's, and it got one vote out of 30 people.
This wasn't on there.
Not this one, but the original was.
Kelly, don't
That's
spoil the
just
story.
because
It's a good
that's
story.
Oh, it is.
just
No, I don't want to
because
play it.
people don't
Nobody wants
know.
to play it, Kelly.
Oh,
It's your favorite game, and we're vetoing it. No. And listen, honestly, Kelly, I would play it with you. I really would. But for this list,
I know.
I am vetoing it because, one, you pretty much already played this game, so you already know what this is going to be like. And two, that's just not going to look good with all these other games on this list, too. It had to go out there. We have a reputation to uphold here. But I'd play it with you, Kelly. But I'm
Bunch
vetoing
of
it for the list.
boys don't want to play with princesses.
That's right.
that's a
Ladies,
lot of it.
comment your rage against these boys.
Well, good news. I used a veto. That's good news for Andy, because Andy, now you can give me some
is.
garbage, and I may not veto it.
Well, I
This
want
will
to.
be all your fault, Daniel.
I'm going to try and change things up again because again we've gone with heavy strategy games. Which, there's nothing wrong with heavy strategy games, but I'd like to get something on the list that's a little bit more social.
Oh,
social
like Kate
deduction.
May would have been a little lighter.
No, I said social.
Oh, okay.
social deduction. So I'm going to go with the social deduction game that I got not too long ago, honestly, and it's a newer release. But it is on my shelf of shame. I want to really play it with my wife because she's a huge fan of the IP that it's based on, and that would be The Office Paper Paranoia. The Office
Wow.
Paper Paranoia. It's considered a really good hidden role social deduction game. People rave about it.
Well, what makes it different? What are you trying to do?
Well, I mean, you are trying. There's like paper salesman, I think, and then there's like somebody who's like works for a different paper company, and they're trying to sabotage it. But I mean, it's just a secret, like Secret Hitler and those kind of
Sure,
games.
but does it try to re-implement anything? Is there something new to it? Did you only buy
It
this
has a
game
spinner.
because of the theme?
Well, there's not many IP games that are good, and this is one of them.
Daniel, you spend Shroot Bucks to sneak a peek at your opponent's card, and you spin the chore wheel for rewards. So there you go.
Ooh, Shroot Bucks. Sign me up for those.
So this is making me remember this scene from a movie, I believe called Office something, where they take
Office
their
Space.
bats. Thank you, and take their bats and beat a printer.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry.
So I kind of already want to beat this game. It sounds so dry and boring, but go ahead.
Well,
no, I remember that. Listen.
What?
I remember this is one of our friends grouped Nate and Jamie Boone's favorite games, I believe. It re-implements The Thing.
See, that makes a whole lot of difference because The Thing is actually one of the best social deduction games out there that incorporates in a game, like a Battlestar Galactica type of thing. So, yeah, you're right. Which The Thing was also on our March Madness of board games and only got like 3 votes. So just consider that too. All right. Well, Kelly, make your decision.
I have it. Andy was totally gonna lose until he mentioned Jamie, and I have respect for her, unlike Andy, so I'm gonna approve it.
Wow.
Wow. I got one on the list.
Good job.
The Office. That is just people are going to look at this
paper
list
paranoia,
and they're going to be like, "Oh, that must be Daniel's game because it's an IP." Wow.
If they
I
can
don't
actually
think
make
it's John.
good
like, what?
Good IP games are hard to come by. So
that one doesn't sound bad, actually.
Only because it
Well, I'm glad I have
re-implements
your
the
approval,
things. If it wasn't for that, it would be trash, veto, garbage. But because it is an actual re-implementation of the thing, I would give it a shot. So
I
do like the
salvaged
theme,
that. I saved that just by remembering.
You really
that.
did.
You did.
I was gonna blow one of my 2 vetoes. So
Wait a minute.
All right. Well, I feel like Kelly is itching to use her veto. So I gotta be really
You
good
still
at
got
this.
2, man.
I want to put a game on the list that I got from Kelly, but I'm afraid she's gonna veto it because she sold it to me because she's like, this game was too much, and she might stand by that. So I'm a little. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm going for it. Okay. This is a.
Go for it.
This is a.
How many years ago?
I don't remember. A couple years ago. This is a.
Okay. So I was gonna say I'm a different gamer.
All right. This is a Lacerda game. All right. And this game is so heavy that our friend Dan, who is one of the smartest game players and rules teacher ever, apparently busted the rules out and said, "I will teach this game to you, Kelly." And you guys never even got it played. And that game is called On Mars. This is one of Vasil's hardest games, one of his most complicated ones. But you know what? I think the 4 of us playing that game would be a complete blast. I honestly don't even know how to explain it very well. I think it's worker placement. You're trying to colonize Mars. It's essentially Terraforming Mars, the board game. Actually, it's not like that at all. It's super complicated. You're sending things into space.
Yeah, it is.
And you know what? I haven't played a lot of Lacerda games. I can't say his first name, sorry. But I love the idea of them. I played Kanban, loved it. I have House of Fado, which I've heard great things about. The Bot Factory, which is one of his games that are like, the Gallerist, that's what it is. The Fado is Gallerist toned down, and Bot Factory is Kanban. Lisboa. This game, so On Mars has to be wonderful. It has to be great. Andy, I expect you to approve this because it's a heavy euro. You love those.
I do like heavy euros, yes.
Well, he's out of vetoes anyway. But Isn't this
I think-
a
I think it'd be-
co-op game?
Are you
Oh,
trying to be
no.
sarcastic and say I don't like heavy Euros?
It's not?
No, I wanted to see the approval from you. This is not a co-op game. Not a co-op game.
Okay. It's very heavy.
It is
Did
very
you
heavy.
think this through that you'd be playing this with Andy? It's a 4.6 out of 5, up to 150
I don't
minutes.
think I spelled approve right. Is that I spelled approve right? There?
Hold on,
It
we're
is.
not voting yet, sir. We're not voting yet, sir. And here's the thing. The rule book was like broken, and that's damn we're talking about. And if I recall, this was the most annoying game. Like I just now that you're talking about it, it's bringing me back to that moment of frustration about how much I hated it. Like we didn't finish the game not because of the rule book. We didn't finish the game because it was terrible.
Oh wow,
Ugh.
I didn't know that. And despite all that, you still sold it to me. So thanks for being a friend.
Well, yeah, I'm going to make that money. Come on. I have other games to buy.
All right, well, let's see it. Are you approving it or is it a veto?
First veto
Dang.
gone.
Dang.
That's too bad. Actually, I was looking at that. That looks interesting, actually.
Yeah. John's a sigh of
It's not.
relief.
Yes.
And space themes are my worst right now.
4.67 out of 5 weight.
We would rock it together.
Yeah, I said that.
I just wanted to force John to do it because he put the stipulation that we all have to play together. And I was like, yes.
Well,
I will make
whenever two or
John
more.
regret this.
Gosh, that'd be
You're
terrible.
welcome, John. I got
I'm
you,
another,
buddy.
like Kelly. I have owned this game, but I never even opened it.
I'm
I'm
a
like,
little
no, that's
disappointed
getting
here, Kelly.
traded.
A little disappointed.
All right, John. Well, you have only gotten one game on the list so far. So what
I am aware, sir.
is your second game that you are going to get past me and Kelly?
Well, I'm not worried about Kelly so much because this is new hotness.
I
And
like New Hotness.
I don't know if it came out this. I think it just came out this year or last year. I can't remember now. And I just recently got it and broke it open and looked it over. And it looks like a lot of fun. It's about taking a little trip. Hey, everybody, let's go to Japan. And that's the game. Let's go to Japan. A fun card drafting game where you're passing cards to your neighbor and all that. And then that on one round, it's not like one of those ones where they get them right then. I think it's like a certain round, they take all the cards that they've been passed and then they have to choose from those. And you're trying to go to Tokyo and Kyoto. And so you're trying to build your days, and then however you build them, they're trying to get the bottom card is always what's going to what you're going to score. And so you're trying to have stuff above it that's going to help you score that card. But as you're getting these cards, you're not just getting them all and sticking them in there. You have to decide and kind of plan ahead. Well, I'm going to look for a card that has that and then put that there. And then if it doesn't do that, then if nothing works out, you go for a walk, which means you're just going to take a random card and put it there, or take a card that's just go for a walk, which is just a certain amount of points. And so it just looks like a blast. Looks like it'd be a fun game, kind of a puzzly game, and where I love drafting games. I mean, they're a blast. And so there you go. Let's go to Japan. I've only heard good things about it.
You're right. I have only heard good things about it, and I've never played a Sachi and Sachi game. I believe that's what this is. So I would. I know. So yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it. Andy, what were you going to say?
I'm just concerned that it's cultural appropriation.
It was made by.
Let's
Your
go
cultural
to Japan.
appropriation.
We're going to Japan. That's nothing cultural appropriation.
And it was actually made by, I believe Sachi and Sachi is indeed Japanese. I could
Was
be
it?
wrong, but I think he is. Or they
It
are.
doesn't look like their games, but
Yeah, pretty
So,
sure.
John, I already own this and have played it. So this is going to be easy for me.
ooh,
All right.
I want it in Daniel's court.
I'll let it go through. I've
There
heard
we
good things
go.
about it. And again, I want to play games from this designer. I've heard that he makes incredible games. They make credible games. I don't know if it's one guy or two guys or a girl. I don't know who it is.
I don't think it's Sashi and Sashi.
Are you
I
sure?
think you're wrong. This was made by the same guy that made Santa Monica, I believe.
Yeah, the designer is Josh Wood.
Josh.
Joshi and Joshi.
Josh Wood is very
Joshi and
Japanese
Joshi.
sounding. Very Japanese sounding.
Totally same name.
Josh Woodson.
If you want to play a Sashi and Sashi, let me teach you Come Sail Away, Dan.
Okay.
Or Daniel.
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 Daniel-san. Yeah. I
Daniel-san.
could have sworn it's the same company. Okay, well, whatever. I'm wrong. It happens.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right,
I
well,
wasn't going to bring it up until after you voted.
well, good job, John. You got 2 games on the list.
There we
2.
go.
Nice.
It's a moral victory.
All right, Kelly.
Kelly, what you got now?
Do I go with the one I know Andy will say yes to, or do I throw the dice?
Andy, we don't care what Andy
Hmm.
says. It's all about
We
me.
do. We have to. It's all about my approval still.
That's true. Me and Daniel are the only ones without
Yeah.
vetoes.
But
So
we're talking technically. You know, I obviously have the best tastes, and so it's important that it's approved by me.
clearly. So my next choice is called After the Empire. So I actually backed this on Kickstarter, got all the things, playmat, everything, and it is sat so sadly on my shelf that it drives me crazy because I was so excited to play this game. It's a medieval strategy game where you build and defend your castle against waves of invading forces. You draft workers, gather resources, and fortify your stronghold while planning for war in winter. Thank you, John. I thought you might like this one. Balance growth, defense carefully, and be the best prepared to survive all the chaos.
So it's Castle Panic.
Much better. I hear.
I had no idea you had this game, Kelly.
Yeah, you did. We talked about it once.
Really?
Years ago.
I have no memory.
Years ago.
See, I was thinking this would border too much on fantasy for John.
No, it's not fantasy. Medieval.
Medieval, that's different. That's history. And it's the production of this game is so insanely cool that you just have to play it when you see it. It's like, I gotta play this. Do you have like all the deluxe stuff even?
Oh, you betcha.
Oh gosh, yeah, we gotta play this.
You know,
This looks too
considering
amazing.
John is that excited, it makes me want to veto it just to crush his
Oh
spirits.
man, now you sound like
Don't
Andy.
spite this one, Daniel. You'll love it.
I'm gonna prove it. No, it sounds great. I remember when it came on
Yay.
Kickstarter, it's one I considered backing, but didn't because it was just I was like, I'll never get it played. So glad you backed it, so that we'll never get it played.
No, we will now.
Hey, we are now.
Oh,
Right.
sure. That's how this is working.
Hey, she just has to bring it. It'll get played.
Just bring it. All right, Andy, we have
Right.
3 left,
It's already been brought in.
and me and Kelly both have 1 veto.
I'm gonna try and sneak
Oh,
an older one on here, so you guys have probably
Oh,
played it.
gosh.
But it's on my shelf of shame, and I've never played it, and it's regarded as a very, very nice game. The game is going to be a 2014 release. It's a 7.6 on BGG.
you
the
do
weight-
know Chris isn't on here, right?
The weight is 3.57 out of 5. It would be La Granja, or Granja. I don't know how you say it, actually.
Laganya.
Lagranja.
La Granja. I've always wanted to play it. It's on my shelf of shame, and I want to get it out there.
Well,
so.
Daniel's gonna approve this one.
It's it has a cool mechanic of multiple use cards. So like the cards can be like buildings, or you can discard for
Multi-bowl?
resources, multi-use cards. So I've heard great things
Ah.
about it. You can play it on Board Game Arena. Andy, it sounds like you should just sell your collection and go to Board Game Arena.
He could.
Did they just start sponsoring us, Daniel?
No, I literally just
Oh,
signed up
okay,
for
okay.
it yesterday, and I've
Daniel
been
just
playing
started sponsoring
the
them.
crap out of Ark Nova because I love me some Ark Nova, and no one wants to play it as much as me. So I've been playing solo. Well, yeah, you
I'll play
All
it
right.
every time you've asked.
Come
I've
over.
played it.
come on over right now.
There, that's
Hang
the
up,
problem.
come on over. See you guys.
I'm just joking. BGA is good. But anyway, so am I going to get this one on? Get a classic on there or not?
So,
Good.
should we just vote?
Yeah.
And then
I'm
we'll
approving
talk?
because I have no choice.
I just
Excellent game. I'd play the old version or the rethemed
Yeah.
new one that's all purdy. It's an excellent game.
do you have
Good
the purdy
choice.
version or
Andy.
the ugly version,
Ew.
Andy?
I have the ugly
Probably the
version.
old
I'm pretty
ugly.
sure he's got the ugly one.
You take the ugly one.
No, you take the ugly one. I'll take the ugly one.
Which one's the ugly one?
Well, we got 2 more left to go. Oof, and Kelly
2 more vetoes.
and Kelly has 1 veto left against me. So let's
Yep.
see if I can get this through. Ah, man, I'm trying to think of which one she's not going to veto. You already vetoed one for me. Let's agree to veto
Oh,
John and Andy so that we
please.
can get them on.
Please.
Wow.
That means nothing to me, Daniel.
Ah. Okay, I'm going to go with this.
But remind me,
yeah.
do you have a veto left?
I do. I have 1 veto
He
left.
does.
Okay.
All right,
You
so
guys both have
Okay.
one.
all right, this game was a surprise for me when I went to Gen Con last year. I was walking around and I saw what looked like the coolest game ever. And me and Andy sat down and we played it, and it was pretty cool. And that is An Age Contrived. Now, the name, not
Oh.
doing anything for it, okay? I will admit that. That's a
That was a
horrible
little
name.
contrived.
But this is what
Is this the magnet game?
it's
The magnet game?
magnet game. This is
Oh, yeah.
an action selection game where you're moving your guy around the board to build fantasy towers. And if you have more resources in the fantasy towers, then you get like an extra bonus. But the resources that create the fantasy towers are actually actions in themselves. So you place them down, depending on the symbol, allows you to do something else. And once the tower, the part of the tower is completed, you will pick up the piece of the tower and it will snap on to this metal piece on the board. And you are building a 3D landscape full of medieval towers and magnets. Magnets! I actually described this game as this is a game, if you walked by, you would have been like, ooh, this is a game that Randy wants to play. And then when you look at it, you're like, oh, it's a Euro. Totally excited about this game. I don't think you guys would just be disappointed.
If I remember correctly, Daniel, from the demo we
Yeah.
played, it's got that whole thing where you have actions that kind of similar to Galileo Galilei, which we just played for the first time. You've got actions that slide off and can be used later again, but if you use them, they won't be available for a couple of turns. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah. It has like a rotating action board, and I think you pick up the little chunks
rotating
and
action
move it there. So it sounds like I played this before. We demoed it. We literally played one round of it. So we were essentially taught the game. We didn't actually play it. So, but this game looks fantastic on
I don't
the
know.
table.
You knocked me for mine because I
And,
played the previous. I don't know.
didn't
You
play
kind of
it.
played
It's a
this game.
demo. Literally played one round.
I should veto on principle alone.
Well, before you make your decision,
And we already know John would. You lost him at fantasy, and I didn't know all it took was magnets to get you excited.
This game actually was the subject of a really awesome unboxing that Daniel and I did that failed to record. But
Oh, so it doesn't exist.
Those are the best
Okay.
kind.
it happens from time to time. All right, Kelly, what do you have? Let's see those approvals. All right.
Not offensive enough.
Yes!
I'll play.
oh, it got in.
Yes. An age
I
contrived.
gotta be careful.
Hey, I invited this guy onto our
I'm
show,
excited.
the designer on our show, and he goes, "Why don't you play the game before you invite me on?" He's like, "In case you don't like
Smart
it."
man. That was a
We're
smart
gonna
man.
get him on the show now.
So
This is on your shelf of shame, right?
yeah,
You got it?
yeah, I've got it
Yeah,
now.
okay.
I punched it.
I'm excited to play
I've looked
this.
at it a couple times, but I just never get it played. So
I'm excited. And the guy
Once
who made
again,
it,
Andy doesn't know the rules. Of course, he has it on his shelf.
the designer was there, and he was super nice. Nice guy. I think it was the designer. Is that who taught it?
it was we got taught by the designer. That's right.
Yeah,
Pretty
Ooh.
cool. All right.
Did you get it signed?
Barriers.
Chris Matthews.
No, I don't think I did actually. Well, while I look, John,
Bummer.
why don't you go?
Well, this is probably my last chance to nominate a game because we have one left.
Oh wait, hold
That
on.
will be a fail.
And
It is totally signed.
hold on.
Let's
he
see.
tells me to go.
It's right there. Signed.
Ooh,
Ooh, extra
look at that.
fancy. Okay, sorry, John. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Chairman,
Okay,
I'd
sorry,
like all my
John.
time back, please.
Nope.
Thank you.
Clock's running.
All right. So I think this is the last game I'm going to get to nominate because you two people with vetoes. And it's not going to be Basket Boss because Kelly traded it to me because she does not like that game.
Too simple. It's fine game, just a little simple. That's all.
It's not going to be Art Society because it's too new and fun and Daniel will hate it.
Exactly.
So that leaves me these other three. I got one that I got at Gen Con in 2023, but I haven't played it yet. The other two I've had for quite a while. Wow.
I'm hearing a theme here,
You know
John.
it's gonna get
You go to
vetoed.
Gen Con for, yeah.
It's gonna
That's
get
true. Kelly's got a veto to get her game on anyway.
So I'm hearing a theme here, John, that you go to Gen Con where you get the pre-release hotness, then you don't play it for years. So what is the point of you going to Gen Con?
Not every time. Not every time.
Just
And
most of
actually,
the
I didn't get this other game. I haven't had that long. This one I've had for a while. This one I got at Gen Con. The last one I just played at Gen Con. I didn't buy it at Gen Con. I bought it much later.
Okay.
But this one I did buy there, but I had heard about it when it was the new hotness, like 2 years earlier. But it was never really the hotness. It was just the new. But I'm going to go ahead and use this one because it's really cool. It's a worker placement game called Consumption. I think it's actually going to get redone this year at Gen Con. Like they've got a new title for it, but it's the same game. It looks exactly the same. I think they're trying to just, have a better title than Consumption because it's about you. I love these themes that are real. This is real. You're living your life. You're doing what you do. You're buying food. You're eating, and you can choose what kind of a diet you want, like a normal diet, or you want a high fiber diet, or you want a junk food junkie diet, or whatever. And you play that side of the board, and it tells you what you need to get, what you need to eat, how much exercise you need if you're trying to work this off. And, hey, are you just going to save time and go to the pizza joint and get some food? Because then you'll have more workers to do something else. Then great. It's a worker placement game called Consumption. Chris played it with me at the demo, and he loved it, and I bought it, and it looks really good, but I haven't played it yet. So,
John, it sounds riveting, but I have a hard enough time doing a diet in real life. I don't want anything to do with this.
You can do the junk food junkie side.
By the way, it is re-implemented. It's called Food for Thought.
Food for thought. There we go. So it'll be at Gen Con this year.
I hate to burst your bubble, John, but at Geekway at a miniature market, they had it on the get rid of pile for like $9.99.
That sounds like a John pile.
That really does. That sounded like a horrible game. And I gotta admit, consumption, isn't that the disease that deers get when they starve? It's called consumption. Yeah, that's why you have hunters. You're
probably mispronouncing it.
Nope, I'm pretty sure.
Now,
that's
Daniel, we got to be careful here.
Yeah, you
we could knock each other out.
We could.
Consumption is a disease. It is specifically tuberculosis.
To be determined later. Oh, tuberculosis.
Okay.
Tuberculosis.
Well,
now, if we don't veto this is the list, right?
That's it, and you don't
Are
get
we done?
one.
That's right.
Yep, this is the final
Let's see
game.
those approved.
Do we want consumption on the?
Yes,
as the last
we do. It
game
looks really good.
Of the list.
Who's got
shopping?
All right,
Who's got
Kelly.
vetoes still?
Me and
Who's
Kelly.
got vetoes?
Me and Kelly.
I don't know what to do, Daniel. I don't know what to do.
You decide. I think your choice is obvious,
I don't
Kelly.
trust you.
All right.
I think your choice is obvious.
Your mom is obvious. All right, hold them
up.
What you got?
That tells you to leave it on the list.
Hold them up.
He talked about your mom.
You got it?
I am.
All right. Approved.
Yeah. I vetoed it.
Vetoed. All right.
Kelly, that was your only
I knew
move.
Daniel would hold on to his.
That's right.
You knew
Suck
he
it,
would.
John.
But now
he just wants to veto my last pick.
Or it has to be good.
Well, then Andy's going to get it.
Exactly. It's between you and Andy. So maybe.
I have
Can I hear both of you
I have a really
and
good
decide which one it should be?
That's not how the game is played.
Wait, actually, Daniel,
the rules, man.
You might get the last vote.
No,
Daniel.
We only have one veto
because.
Yeah.
No.
Correct. He does have the last vote,
yeah.
essentially.
All right. Well,
depending
Kelly,
on how he plays it.
Okay.
Give me something
All right,
good.
it's me?
Give me something good.
Tell me something.
I have no idea where you're going to land on this one.
Yeah.
So this one I have had on my shelf. It's always been one of those. Anytime I'm in a game store, I pull it off, look at it. Finally bought it. I got the big box version, of course. All in.
I like my big boxes.
It's Isle of the Sky big box. So apparently, this is a tile laying game where you build a scenic Scottish landscape to earn the most points.
This is an old game. This is from 2015.
But I got the new schmancy version, so it's a little bit different. Now, I already know, Andy, you own the base because I've seen it on your shelf. And
all about that base.
All about the base. But anyway,
let's just put it this way. I have different sections in my shelf. One of them is called the Meh shelf, MEH, and this one I think made it to the Meh shelf.
Too bad you don't got a veto. Oh well.
I'm just trying to inform Daniel. Daniel.
So anyways, it's a build your economy. It does have some clever deck building system, even though it's really a tile layer. And you compete over contested lands and rare resources. It does require some strategic planning, and timing is the key. You have to balance between military, science, and economic growth. I mean,
what game is this? Scythe?
Isle of Sky Big Box. And Daniel, I think this would be right up your alley, but it's one of those that's not going to take 50 hours. So we might actually get through it with Andy.
It's Carcassonne with bidding. Okay?
It 100% is.
It's Carcassone with bidding.
I believe it's an Alexander Pfister game, though, which is a plus. I have played it with Andy back when he lived in Gardner.
Oh, really?
Man, yeah.
Oh, no, it's already ruined.
It's definitely Carcassonne plus. I wasn't, and Carcassone's fine for me, but I'm not excited about it as Andy is. Geez. See, now
Andy's got a pick left. Don't do it.
Daniel, I won't let you down. I won't let you down.
Yes, you will.
All right. You know what?
Don't you listen
the
to Andy? He's a
spirit-
liar.
the spirit of this game, which I still think you guys should let me listen to both and then let me decide. For your sake, John, you should have said yes to that, because now Andy is going to be able to pick whatever game he wants, but he promised me it'll be a good one. So no Isle of Skye. It's an old.
I truly hope you secret Hitler, Daniel.
You should have
Andy.
picked Cult of the New, Kelly. I looked for you for Cult of the New. I wanted new hotness. You gave
Hey,
me old.
I'm a complex person.
You gave me Chris crap. That's what you gave me, Chris crap.
I am really surprised at the lack of new hotness from Kelly's list.
It wouldn't be on
Yeah.
my shelf as shame. I usually
Oh,
play
I
the
gotcha.
newest stuff.
I
Duh.
gotcha.
Isn't that a rapper, Chris Crap?
It is now.
Kelly already has 3 games on the list. However, this would have given her 4.
Yeah. So just
So that
I'm
is
the
kinda-
best,
just out of principle,
better than
and
the rest.
she vetoed mine, so it was only fitting. So
Oh.
there you go. All right,
Very
Andy.
Christian of you,
We-
Daniel.
We know
Christian
which letters he
adjacent.
capitalized in vindictive.
All right, Andy, it's all yours. Give us something
Andy,
good, please.
There's nothing in the Bible that says turn the other board game.
See, this is where
I'm
I would have
so
expected
scared.
The Office to show up at, because I think The Office was Andy's like got you pick, and we let it go through. So I actually have faith that this is going to be a good game. Andy, he's the only one I do not make fun of his game taste. Everybody else I do, except Kelly. Kelly's good too. It's just John, Chris, and Randy.
So it's really just John.
So
That
this
was
is
great.
this is kind of hard because there are a few games on here that I really do want to get played. But I'm gonna go with the new hotness because that's what Daniel wanted from Kelly. I will not let him down.
No, Andy,
I
put
will
a
not let him
terrible one
down.
on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I will make you very happy with this heavy Euro. I'm gonna go with Inventors of the South Tigris.
Oh, nice.
Yes, the
Okay.
latest from what are the Garfield?
Garfield.
Garfield?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jim
What?
Phillips,
Yeah.
I
Garfield
know
games.
where you got that.
Garfield games.
Yeah, I'm usually not a big fan of his games. Let me rephrase that. His games don't make me excited, but everyone I've played has been good. So I don't know. What's this one about? What
I
makes
played
this one different?
I don't know.
Okay. Wow. Andy,
I know very little about it.
I love every game you
Tell where
nominate.
you
You're
got
like,
it.
I know nothing about it. Just vote for it. And if you veto it, I'm gonna whine.
So if
Yes.
are you guys familiar with
Essentially.
are you familiar with that what's that girl's name that does the helps people she helps people get rid of things. What's her name?
I don't know. The minimalist girl, though. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, the minimalist girl. But
Does
anyway,
this bring you
her
joy?
whole that's her whole process. Does this bring you joy? And I felt games and I said, yeah, I think it does. Brings me joy.
Okay.
There you go.
This is also revealing too. We make fun of me about how many games I buy and Kelly and stuff. At least me and Kelly know what we're buying. I think we got revealed that Andy just
I know
randomly
I
buys
know what
crap.
I know what I'm buying. I've really enjoyed several of the games, Garfield
uh,
games. Like Shim
Tell him where
Phillips.
you bought that. Tell him how you bought that.
Well, I bought it at Geekway because somebody won it, and then they were trying to
Because they were
pawn it off.
walking around holding up for $40.
They were trying to pawn it. They were trying to pawn it
like,
off,
what's that?
and I got a deal. I got it for 30. So there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, but
It
no,
was a
Garfield.
good deal.
Shim Phillips Garfield games. I love Ezra and Nehemiah. I love
Raiders of the
what
North
is it?
Sea.
Paladins of the West Kingdom. Raiders is good. It wore on me a little bit after a while, but anyway, I think Inventors is going to be good. It looks like it compiles a lot of different mechanics. It may be one of the more complex ones. It's a 4.39.
Paladins and Architects I enjoy quite a bit, so I would definitely play this.
And Ezra and
Yeah, I was
Nehemiah.
gonna
Have
say-
you guys played that one yet?
I haven't played that one yet.
Yeah, I own that one. It's good.
No.
Yeah, it was good. It was solid.
I do know a friend of our show, Joseph Mabrosif, says it's quite good.
Yeah.
So I will give it a shot.
Another friend of the show,
Well, you
Pete,
have
he
to.
actually loves Garfield games. He was one of our March Madness contestants once, made a bracket, and I think he had like 4 Shim Phillip games on there.
Oh my gosh.
So
really?
yeah, he loves them. So all right, well there
Do you want
to
to hear what my games? Do you want to know what my games could have been there
Yeah.
in the last one?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
I had diplomacy.
Oh no, did you really?
That would-
Gosh.
I do.
I
Oh,
would
I
have
have
Lord.
diplomacy.
dude, I would have been
I've
so
never
excited
played it.
about that. I would have yes.
we had to play it. Yeah. I also had Whistle Mountain.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh.
That's fine. The ones that did
Yeah,
not
played
make it on for me was Invincible, the hero building game. It's a co-op.
Oh.
It's a co-op. I thought Kelly was going to get a little get back at me if I said that one, so I decided to skip it. But apparently it's like it's a dice building or a bag building game. So I don't know. Really a lot of hype there.
Is that the Direwolf game?
Yeah,
Is
it's
that the
Direwolf.
game?
Yeah, exactly. So, and then I had Undaunted 2200. That is from the designer of War Chess, which I know Andy and I have
Undaunted.
really enjoyed. But it's like the futuristic Undaunted. And Undaunted's
interesting.
great. I played that one before and loved it a lot. I traded the old one away to get the new one because it's bigger and better and in space. So,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty good.
no, out of there.
Let's go around and say what if we've what we didn't mention on our show. Then
We're already doing that. We're already doing that, John.
Catch up.
Two of us have already done it. So way to
follow
get with
the
the
crowd.
way to get with the program.
I was tabulating the results here. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so I'd mentioned Basketball and Art Society, but the other ones I was seriously considering at the end there was Peak Oil, which is one I got in a trade here not too long ago, which looks really cool. It's a worker placement, but if you have the majority influence at the space, then you get the better action and everybody else doesn't. So you can like bring more of your goons over there, or agents is what they call them. And I even have a game that I bought, Rogue Agent or something like that, to get the pieces out of that. So you'd have agents that look like real agents instead of just little cubes or whatever. And so I've done all that for this game that I haven't played yet. But anyway, and then Kraftwagen, about the history of the automobile industry, which I've mentioned before on the show, I think, and still have not gotten played, despite the efforts of a Mr. Ryan Evans, a friend of ours that also owns it and says it's a very good game.
I can hear Ryan Evans going, "Why haven't you brought it yet?"
Why haven't you played it? Exactly.
All right, Kelly, what were your honorable mentions?
Yeah, theory has it we're going around and talking about it.
Around the board.
That's right.
I probably had the Clinic Deluxeified. I actually went on a spree at One Geek Way and was at Miniature Market. They had like a Ding and Den expansion. So of course I went over, got the base, several other expansions, and they're all sitting on my shelf unplayed. So that one looks really cool. And I also got Elder Sign with all its expansions on some kind of online deal. I don't know. I like that you could play it solo. It's a dice game. It was intriguing. So it's not my usual type of game theme-wise. And it can be cooperative. I think that's the one I thought I was going to have for Andy, and I ended up taking it off last minute. Sounds like it was a good plan.
There you go.
All right. Well, there you go.
Cool.
Another one of our successful, incredibly helpful Shelf of Shame top 10s.
Yes.
Incredibly helpful.
Hope you enjoyed this. If you were like, you know what game should I put on my Shelf of Shames? Well, we gave you 10 good ones. These are 10 games you can buy and won't play as well, but can think about them and go, man, I really wish I had the time to play these games.
So here's the cool thing. We have to get together and play these. That's the stipulation John has put out there. There's at least one I know, that Office Paper Paranoia, that requires more players. I mean, it can play 4, but it's up to 8.
There you
so
go.
I think we should do a contest and see who among our viewers could join us and play.
Okay, let's do it.
Not that would be. I don't know if that'd be a big prize.
Probably the ones that live here.
Yeah.
Be local. We're not going to fly in.
It'll be our fans from Zimbabwe.
That's right.
Yes.
All right. Well, let us know, what is your Shelf of Shame games? What are your 10 games on that shelf that are staring at you and you just need to get them played? Good news is you don't have to fight 3 other people to get them played. So tell us what your top 10 is, and tell us what you think, which ones we would want to play with you. And maybe we will.
And tell us which is the worst one that made it on our list.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. You got to pick the worst one. What I normally do is I will throw this in a poll somewhere, and I'll pick the worst one of the 4 of which we'll pick one game that each of the 4 of us have picked, and then we'll put the worst one on there so that you get 4 games, 1 from us, and you guys vote. We always say it's going to matter. It hasn't yet, but one day it's going to.
One day it will.
What he said.
Yeah.
I don't know what he just said.
No one knows what I said.
But it did matter because I lost 2 points one time when I had the worst game on my list. So.
That's right.
All
right. Well, Andy,
Thanks for joining the program, everybody. Yeah, thanks for joining the program. As always, be sure and like and subscribe. Check out the various media you can find us on socially. Socially media.
Facebook.
We've got. Yeah.
Socially.
We got a Facebook group, and then we've got a bunch of others that we just don't do much with. So check those out too.
May as well.
Force us to use it.
Yeah.
And you can always email us the old-fashioned way, mail@aroundtheboard.net.
Ah, nice.
We're also on Rumble now.
Do we have any exit music?
Exit music.
It's playing.
Stage.
Can't you hear it? The
Oh, I do.
sound of exit music.
Here's a new one on my shelf of shame.
Look at this.
We'll see you guys next time around the board.
Age control.
Just shame fail.
Magnets.
I should have put diplomacy on there. Diplomacy would have been so fun.
I would have totally played that with you.
I would not have trusted Andy in diplomacy.
Do you still own this round golden ticket?
Yes, I do.
You could have ended it. I don't trust
It's
Andy.
played once in a while.